Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Brainflux. Usually people start these videos by asking how are you? It's polite, it's standard. But I want to ask something else today. I want you to sit still for a second. Can you hear that? Not the traffic outside. Not the hum of your refrigerator. I'm talking about that low, rumbling sound inside. Like heavy stones rubbing against each other in the dark. No, it's not my stomach. And no, you aren't going crazy. It's the little mills. I have this theory that inside all of our heads, way down in the basement, below the part of you that decides what to eat for lunch, below the part of you that knows how to drive a car, there is a cellar. And in that cellar, there are these ancient, dusty mills, and they are always turning. What are they grinding? Mostly, they grind the past, old memories, the stuff we should have forgotten years ago. They take that time you tripped in public 5 years ago, or that argument you lost in 2012, and they just grind it. Over and over. Grind, grind, grind. Usually, it's just background noise. But lately, my mills have been working overtime. And today, they aren't just grinding memories. They are working on something heavier. They are grinding down the very idea of knowing. Because, let's be honest with each other for a second. We treat awareness like a superpower. But awareness, it's kind of a trap. Section 1. The Curse of the Knower. Here is the thing about being a human being in the 21st century. We are obsessed with knowing things. We doom scroll, we read, we watch video essays like this one because we think if we just know enough, we'll be safe. But there is a difference between knowing and awareness. Knowing is just data. Knowing is easy. Wikipedia knows everything. But Wikipedia doesn't have anxiety at 3 a.m. Wikipedia doesn't stare at the ceiling wondering if it's a good person. Awareness is different. Awareness is realizing the implications of what you know. And that is the thing that drives a person slightly mad. It is our glory, right? It's what makes us human. We look at the stars and we understand our place in the universe. Beautiful. But it is also our curse. Because once you see how the machine works, you can't unsee it. We force it. We push for more. We want to understand why people leave, why tragedy happens, why we feel empty on a Tuesday afternoon. We force awareness into places where it doesn't belong. Ignorance really is bliss. You know that guy? The one who doesn't realize the system is broken? The one who doesn't overanalyze a text message for 3 hours? That guy sleeps like a baby. He's happy. Meanwhile, us? The so-called deep thinkers? We are the insomniacs. We are the ones staring at the cracks in the pavement, convinced they mean something. Section 2. The hero and the villain. It's funny actually, in a dark way. These forced awarenesses. These moments where we force ourselves to look at the harsh truth. We treat them like acts of bravery. We think, look at me, I am facing reality. It's our heroism. Our yiğitlik, as they say in the old stories. But these acts of bravery are exactly what make us enemies to ourselves. We become the villain in our own movie just because we notice the plot holes. You start dissecting yourself. You start judging your own happiness. You start asking, do I deserve this? Or is this real? And suddenly, you aren't living your life anymore. You're auditioning for it. You are watching yourself live from the corner of the room, critiquing the performance. That's what happens when you know too much and feel too little. You get disconnected. You get cold. And that brings me to the construction site. Section 3. The wall and the stones. Let's visualize this. I want you to imagine your mind is a building. A structure you are building, brick by brick, every single day. Now, usually, a master mason has perfect stones. They fit together tight. No gaps. Solid. But we aren't master masons. I'm certainly not. We are amateurs. We are just guys playing Tetris with our emotions and losing. So, what happens? You have these small stones, your daily thoughts, your little quirks, your confused feelings. and you try to put them into the wall. But they don't fit. They are the wrong shape. They leave these awkward gaps. When the small stones don't sit right in their places, you have two choices. Option A, you panic. You take the big stones, your core values, your big relationships, and you smash them. You break them into rubble just to fill the cracks. You destroy the big things to fix the small things. That's chaos. Option B, you ignore the gap. You pretend the wall is solid. You plaster over it with a smile or a distraction. But here is the sarcastic truth. Neither works. If you pretend the wall is solid when it's full of holes, the wind will whistle through it. You'll feel that draft on your neck when you're trying to sleep. And this is where we make our biggest mistake. We stop using stone. We start using something prettier. We start using seashells. Section 4. The seashells. This is my favorite part of the chaos. The seashells. It sounds poetic, doesn't it? I built my house with seashells. You find them on the beach of your life. Compliments from strangers, likes on social media, a fleeting moment of feeling cool, nostalgia, the way you wish things were. They are beautiful, pearly, shiny little things. So, you take these shells and you shove them into the gaps in your wall. Look, you say, my wall is beautiful now, but in this metaphor, seashells are the things that rot the house. A wall made of seashells cannot hold a roof. They are brittle, they are hollow, and worst of all, they decompose. It isn't always a massive earthquake that destroys a person. We always wait for the big disaster, the big breakup, the big failure. But usually, it's not the earthquake. It's the seashells mixed into the concrete. It's those pretty little lies you told yourself for years. It's the ego you polished until it shined, but had nothing inside. They rot, they crumble, and one day, you lean against the wall, and the whole thing gives way. That's where I was recently, standing in the rubble of my own deep thinking. My beautiful seashell wall had collapsed. Section 5. The turn. Hope. So, there I was. My brain mills turning in the basement. My wall crumbling upstairs. I felt like a failed architect. I thought, man, being aware sucks. I wish I was just a simple stone. But then, I realized something cool. Something actually happy. Remember those mills I talked about at the start? The ones in the cellar? The ones making that grinding noise? I realized they aren't there to torture me. They aren't just there to replay my cringe compilation from 2015. They have a job. They are grinding the seashells. They are taking those things that were rotting my house. My regrets, my overthinking, my fragile ego, my cool persona, and they are crushing them. That noise, that loud, annoying grinding sound in your head, that is the sound of your illusions being pulverized. And do you know what you make with that dust? When you grind down a seashell into fine powder, you make lime. You make the primary ingredient for mortar, for cement. Under construction. A new building is being constructed in my brain right now. And maybe in yours too. It's not perfect. It's not made of pristine, imported marble. It's made of ground-up mistakes. It's made of recycled anxiety. It's made of the dust of who I used to be.
And honestly, it's stronger than the old one. Because this time, there are no gaps filled with pretty lies. It's solid.
So, if you feel like your head is loud today, if you feel like your awareness is a curse and your walls are shaky, let the mills turn. Let them grind the seashells. It's noisy, it's uncomfortable, it hurts a little bit. But you are building something real this time. You're not just a brain floating in a jar, analyzing the world to death. You're a heart. You're learning to beat amidst the noise. Don't be afraid of the grinding sound. It just means you're under construction. I'm Brainflux. Thanks for thinking with me. See you in the next one.
cellar where the wiring gets old. The tiny mills turn in the dark and the cold. They grab the memories I tried to forget, the rusted out moments, the years of regret. Grind, grind. It's a heavy machine, chewing on the ghosts of who I've been. Knowing is the glory, knowing is the curse. We push for the better, but we end up with worse. A self-inflicted enemy, a bravery so strange to stare at the madness and refuse to look away. 'Cause seashells rot the house from the inside out. Pretty little walls built on shadow and doubt. The mason can be master, but the stone has to fit. If you fill the gaps with rubble, then the whole face splits. Yeah, the seashells rot the house. Let the grinder run. Let the grinder run. The small stones didn't sit, they didn't hold the line. So I smashed the heavy rocks just to make it look fine. Or turned my head, pretended not to see the cracks running deep in the history of me. The fragments whole is never truly sound. That's how the castle comes crashing to the ground. But wait, listen to the noise. The mills aren't killing me. They grind into shells, turning the fragile into dust, turning the dust into cement. New mortar, solid ground, no more shells. Just the sound of a new build rising in the brain. Grind, grind. Build it again.